Hey girls, it's Jackie Best, your Premier Designs jewelry stylist, and I am back for week 2 of our Fashion Friday. Today we are talking about what to look for when you shop, what items you should have in your closet, and then how to pull those together, of course, with Premier Designs jewelry to pull the look together very quickly and efficiently. So if you are ready, I'm ready to model some clothes for you, so let's get started. So before we dive too far into what you do need into your closet, let me talk to you a little bit about a couple no-nos that I have. Now I know there's no rules, but these are my general tips for me to look my best and to go shopping very quickly. So first of all, when you go into any department store or a Kohl's or anything like that, they are made to sell. So they are going to put some beautiful mannequins, they're going to put outfits together, and that's great if you want some help. I try to look at it like a grocery store. When I'm in the grocery store, I know what I need, and then they have those end caps where they have the sale and the fatty things and the sugary and the salty, and they want to entice you to buy them. I try not to look at the end caps and just go into the aisle for what I need. So when you walk into a department store, you want to not necessarily look at the models or what outfits they've put together, but go in for what you need, which are your basics, your staple items. The other thing is when you're shopping for tops specifically, you want to try to stay away from things that have accents of a specific metal. It's easier to show you than to tell you what I mean. This is a really cute 3/4 length sleeve, easy breezy black top, but you can see that there are gold accents. So there's gold buttons on the pockets, and then there's a gold exposed zipper. The problem with something like this, again, it's not a no-no 100%, but you want to purchase things that you're going to be able to use the most possible. And as soon as you buy something like this that is gold, you can no longer wear silver. Now, I'm a big advocate of mixed metals. I'm wearing a mixed metal watch right now that's gold and silver. But when something like this shirt so loudly says wear gold, it looks awkward with silver. So if you were to purchase something like this, I would try to stay away from something with a bunch of exposed metal and zippers and look for something more basic. Then you can wear it with a gold, silver, or rose gold piece of jewelry. Same thing with this top here, which brings in another thing, which is patterns that we're going to talk about in a second. But do you see how this has the gold buttons going down? Now this pattern, and we're going to talk about how loud the pattern is, but it could be worn with silver. I mean, it's blacks and pinks and purples. It doesn't have to be worn with gold, but because this shirt has gold accents, that's just how it's got to be. So the other thing I wanted to mention is I talk a lot about solids, and then I get people asking me, well, do you not own any patterns? Of course I own patterns. I try to keep those, however, to a very limited amount in my closet, and then I use some tips and tricks for making them look their best. So the first thing is when you see this top, it is a loud pattern, and it makes you look very wide because it's the same color going over, and there's a lot of just optical illusions happening. So the first thing that I try to do is throw on a layering piece so that it sort of mutes the pattern a little bit. So throwing on this cute blazer keeps the pattern to only the center, helping it not to look so crazy. Same thing here. This is a very loud pattern of black and gold chains, okay? It also has gold studs at the top, so it's definitely a gold accented piece. And if you want to try to mute that down a little bit, what you can do, and I'm wearing this backwards, but you get the point either way, is you can throw on, this is a black sweater duster, so the sleeves can actually come through the sweater, and so you can get hints of the print without it sort of overwhelming you. So by wearing this little duster sweater, you then have the option to wear a cute pattern without it being too much. The last thing about wearing a pattern that I always like to say is that your jewelry or your accessories sometimes have to be just as loud as the shirt. So if you're wearing something like this, you might have to have a bold statement necklace, because if you wear anything else, it's really not going to be seen. Otherwise, I would just not wear anything at all. So the first thing that I want to chat about is basics, because basics should make up the bulk of your closet, because remember from last week, we're going to use our accessories to bring in the trend and the color. So our wardrobe should stay as basic as possible when you're starting. So the first thing I want to talk about is jeans. I don't care where you get them from or how much they cost, but they need to fit, they need to make you feel good and look good. So one of the things I've been wearing lately are these Old Navy jeans because they're high-waisted, and because I've had the 3 kiddos, this area is a problem area for me. They're also stretchy, so there is no zipper. And what I love about these specifically is that they're high-waisted, so if I'm wearing a tighter shirt, they help to smooth this area, and you're not going to get a muffin top, which is one of the biggest things that we as women hate to see and hate to have. So the other thing, obviously, is just a really basic tank. I have tanks, solid tanks, in almost every color, because remember, we're gonna use our layering piece and our jewelry to bring that trend and color. So basic tank, this is from JCPenney. Basic jeans that are maybe high-waisted, slimming, and can help you just smooth that problem area. And now we're going to talk about some layering pieces that you should have. So one of my favorite layering pieces for summer is the super on-trend Easy Breezy kimono. These are great for a number of reasons. First, obviously, it's pulling in trend and color. Secondly, if you are self-conscious about your stomach, you can actually use this to just kind of hide it a little bit. I do recommend, if you're wearing a kimono or anything really breezy and larger, that you do want to wear a fitted first layer, because you want people to see that you're not as big as the top layer that you're wearing, okay? Also, I like contrast. So since this is a lighter color kimono, pinks and blues, I wore a darker underneath, and then I wore a lighter wash jean. I don't want to wear dark jeans with the navy, and I also don't want to wear a super light top because there's no contrast. Then with my jewelry, I've thrown on our Dream Builder necklace set. So the 2 longer necklaces you can see are contrasting. So we also have a necklace called Cayman, which is beautiful with a navy fringe, which would look beautiful with the kimono and the navy. However, because I'm wearing a navy shirt, I don't want to do that because then I'll completely lose it in the shirt, between the shirt and the necklace. So I've thrown on a contrasting silver here so that you can see it with the blue, and then obviously thrown on the kimono for a little bit of color, a little bit of hiding the tummy. And again, in the summer, these are so light and breezy and easy to wear. So this is a really cute cardigan. We're bringing in a little bit of color with this beautiful turquoise. And then to change up your jewelry, you could, I'm gonna leave the top layer of Dream Builder on, and I'm gonna throw on a really fun finesse necklace because it brings in that turquoise color. So what's fun about finesse is that it has a little pull here, so I can make it longer or shorter. And so I'm just going to make it a little bit longer so that it goes around the Dream Builder necklace. And now I brought in the turquoise. So as if you needed any more convincing that the 1, 2, 3 method that I'm teaching is really important, here's a great example. I just got this new shirt. It's obviously flowy, tan, very basic, but it makes me look bigger than I actually am because it's so loose. So the first tip, obviously, like we did before, is to wear a tighter jean or a tighter legging when you have a flowier shirt on. So that's the first thing. The second thing is you can see very clearly when I add my layering piece on how quickly I can look a little bit slimmer just by adding this piece. This is a really easy kimono, just like before. You can get them at Walmart, you can get them at Five Below, you can get them on Amazon. And even though this is flowy and this is flowy, as soon as I put this on, you see a line going down my body, and that's where your eye goes, elongating my neckline, helping me to appear thinner. So even though it's still a flowy top, I'll look a little bit thinner that way. It's not like I'm gonna drop 20 pounds, but it's just an optical illusion that's gonna help. And then here is the Cayman necklace that I had mentioned before. Remember, I wasn't going to wear it on the navy top because it would have totally just disappeared. But on this really cute beige top, it totally makes sense, bringing in a little bit of trend and color with the navy fringe and perfectly working with the kimono. So again, I have a darker top in the kimono, lighter jeans, bringing in the contrast on the shirt. 1, 2, 3, it really makes sense. So one of the questions I get the most is how to do a day to evening look very easily. And one of the first things I say is accessories. So you can change up your jewelry, your shoes, maybe your purse from day to evening and help you look more pulled together. The other thing is your pants. So right now I'm wearing a black legging. These are Michael Kors. And then I'm wearing this cute white top. So if I were wearing it with flip-flops and jeans during the day, that would obviously be more casual. Then at night I could put on the black leggings, maybe a little strappy wedge shoe, and then throw on some fun jewelry, and then I'm out for the night. So I have accessorized this one with our Aruba wrap bracelet that can be worn as a choker to bring in a little bit of the turquoise. And I think having in your wardrobe a pair of really great black pants or black leggings, because those go with absolutely everything, and also a really fun white shirt. Whether you're someone who likes a button-up crisp collared shirt, or you just like a white t-shirt, or I love this really cute off the shoulder shirt, having a white shirt is a blank canvas for lots of color, maybe a really cute statement earring. And then my other tip is this: make the clothes work for you. I want to show you something really funny. Look at the back. See how there's a bow? The bow was actually meant to go in the front of this shirt, but it just did not work for me. I always felt like it was gapping and I just felt uncomfortable. So I turned it around. Nobody knows. There are no rules. Just do what makes you feel comfortable and look your best. Look in the mirror and see for yourself. You guys can do this. Another must-have is a blazer. Now, I know, I hear it all the time, but I don't work in an office. I don't need to wear anything fancy. I don't want to wear a blazer. Girls, blazers are one of the best ways to look pulled together and polished very quickly, and they're a great day to evening look as well. So look for a blazer if you don't have to wear one in an office setting that is comfortable. So they make blazers right now out of sweater material. This is soft, like very unstructured, 3/4 length sleeve, which is great for a slimming effect on your hips. Look for something that's comfortable. But again, day to evening. So if you were to wear this in the office with a collared shirt, black pants, and heels, then you go out, you just change into some jeans, throw on a more casual shirt and some jewelry, you're out the door. So I've paired this with our cashmere necklace. It's beautiful golds and browns. It really pulls in the burgundy of the jacket as well. But again, having that layering piece that's completely different to pull it together makes it look like a completely different look. Again, girls, same exact concept, throwing on a blazer. This one is really soft as well. 3/4 length sleeve is where it's at. Either roll up your sleeves or get them like that. This has a really cute white edge, so it definitely could be worn in the office. And then same thing if you want to switch out to a more casual shirt and jeans. And then just throw on a really fun long necklace. This one has little faux pearls at the end, so I just thought that brought in the white color a little bit. But again, have a couple blazers, no matter if you work in an office or not, and they will help you look polished when you need to just throw something on. So I hope you found some of these tips useful. Let's just go over a couple things again really quick. Contrast is your friend, lights and darks or darks and lights. Make sure to add that layering piece to add the trend and color, help you to appear thinner and have a more put together look. And make sure when you're shopping, you kind of have those blinders on to all the pretty mannequins. Go straight for those essential basic solids. Bring in the patterns when you would like, but use that layering piece to mute them a little bit. And then wear bold jewelry and accessories to go from day to evening. Girls, if you'd like to see any of the jewelry that I featured, you can always go to my website, jewelrywithjackie.com. Make sure to like, comment, share. You can find me on Facebook and Instagram as well. If you have any comments or suggestions for future Fashion Friday videos, you can comment below. And as always, be blessed.